Hey Coaster friends, it's Adam here from Pause Games and welcome back to another Planet Coaster 2 news update. In this video today we're going to talk about the free update which is coming in November. So if you go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to leave it a like down below and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Planet Coaster 2 news and content. We've got loads of stuff here on the channel at the moment. We're playing through the campaign, we've got a water park build series, and we're also going to be starting our big Alton Towers water park recreation very soon. So don't miss out on all that. Subscribe down below. Right then, let's get into this short little news update today. So earlier on this morning, the 12th of November, Planet Coaster Frontier announced that there's going to be a free update number 1 coming in December. So let's go quickly through some of the fun stuff that's coming your way. If you want to catch and look at the full list, head over to Steam or the Planet Coaster website. All that news, all the information, everything's there. So we'll just go through some of the highlights today. So let's jump straight down to see what the team have been working on for the next update, which is coming in December. So additions and enhancements, there's quite a few bits of UI enhancements. So mainly these are things that the creators and the players and people have generally just asked for, or have just commented to Frontier and said, hey, this was in Planet Coaster 1 or it's in Planet Zoo, please let us have it back. So it's little just sort of things that must have been missed or sort of missed off during the final days of the development. So little things like edge scrolling for PC, browser tabs remaining on screen whilst in menus, there's a few colour picker adjustments. There's going to be general just improved UI responsiveness and a few little sort of things like that. In terms of control adjustments, little things like the return to browse option will work inside track editor and a few things there. In terms of coasters, quite a big one which was announced previously. We are going to be getting the ability to have a separate loading and unload station where applicable. So whether that's referring to where applicable in terms of physical location when you're building these rides, or where applicable as in certain coaster types, we're not sure, but at least we know we're getting that in the free update in December. So that's great. Guests have been added a new heat map for their tolerances, which show the tolerance for fear, nausea and ride height. So that should give us some more sort of information to go on for our guests. A few bits on scenery, adding scenery pieces to create custom coaster support. So there is a section in the scenery for coaster supports, and there aren't any bits in it currently. There's a few slide pieces which some people have been using that, so at least that's good to know. We will be getting custom coaster supports soon, and also on top of that we're getting a selection of glass pieces, which again is a massive thing people have been asking for. So really good to see that already in the first update we're getting coaster supports, glass, and we're getting obviously the big thing, which is the unload and offload stations, as well as a few other things down below. We'll get to that in a moment. Over to weather, the ability to change the weather in Sandbox, which is good for me. I don't like the rain, and I feel like it rains all the time, and you can't turn it off, and it's always raining. So that'll be nice to get rid of that. Water droplets will now be visible on the game camera when the camera goes into pools, so that's just a nice little sort of feature that they're adding in. And they are removing increasing the maximum guest cap. We're playing in Sandbox, that's only on PC, so that'll be going up slightly. I think this will be adjusted quite a lot, if I'm being honest, over the sort of coming weeks and months. A few more things. There's a few corrections of the jittering of the coasters, so these are on the special pieces like the drop tracks and the turntables and things like that. A few times where the coaster doesn't quite match up the animation with the track, so obviously they've been working on that. This is something we saw in the early alpha footage, so it's obviously just something they will tweak here and there. And then general stability and performance fixes. So mostly the coasters are pretty good, so it's good to see they're still working on those. But they then go on to say, we're not stopping there. In addition to the above, we're also working hard to bring the following additions and enhancements to the update, and we'll update on the progress in the coming week. So they're obviously aiming to have the rest of this stuff in the update, but I feel like this is just not 100% confirmation. But either way, we'll go through it anyway. So here's another really good thing which they're finally acknowledging. Well, they've acknowledged it before, but I mean confirmation that it's going to be soon. The flumes, improvements to flume physics behaviour, more realistic guest dummy behaviours and allowing multiple guests on flumes at the same time. A lot of guys are going to be happy about this. The flumes, yeah, they need a bit of work. but it's obviously something that they knew they had to do, and they were always planning to do it, I think. So at least we know we're getting it soon. Maybe the comments from the players has prompted them to do it a little bit quicker. I don't know, who knows, but they are going to be working on the physics, because something does need to be done. So they're very much the rings and the guests and everything kind of just follow a very set path at the moment, so hopefully there's a bit of physics in there, but it just specifically say improvements to the physics behaviour, so we'll see what happens with that. UI enhancements, so further enhancements, the adjusted colourblind friendly heat maps to make them more user friendly, and other UI things, so they're obviously going to be tweaking this here and there. A few control changes, streamline multi-tool, so shift click will now toggle between options rather than needing to hold the shift key, and custom rebindable controls for camera tilt and mouse controls, so just a few extra little things they're going to add. This is an interesting one. This is something I mentioned actually in one of my videos. Customizable track and transport rides. So that's good. That's one of the big things I mentioned, and a few other people have asked for it. So dark rides, track rides, that sort of thing will now be customizable, as in the same functionality we have on the coasters, where you can add scenery to the coaster cars. So that's really cool. That's coming. Again, probably something they always planned, just didn't quite have the time to get it in the game for release. But it's nice to know it's coming soon. Guests and staff, we've got additional guest and staff balancing, so just a few tweaks to that. And the workshop, they are going to remove the download limit on PC and increase the number of items displayed in the browser per page. So a few just tweaks on that. Being honest, I've not actually loaded up the workshop yet. That's something we'll do at some point, just so yeah, we can have a look at it. So anyway, those are, I should say, speak English please, those are the changes and the improvements that are coming in the number 1 free update in December. They haven't announced an exact date just yet, but I'm sure they will do nearer to the time and show us some bits and pieces. So yeah, it's good to know that they are listening. They're actively obviously updating the game. Very similar structure to how the first game launched, where they are listening to the fans, listening to the players. And I think that's really important, because obviously we've all paid money to play it, so it's good that they're listening to us. If there are any other tweaks or issues or bug fixes or anything like that that anyone has found out there, if you're watching this video and think, well, they've not mentioned this or they should do that, there is a issue tracker. The link is on this news story, so you can find that. So let them know, because they're very open to this sort of stuff at Frontier. So let them know. They might be able to fix it down the line in a future update. And yeah, it's very, very exciting. So that is, like I said, the update number 1, which is coming in December. Right, so that's going to do us. That's only a very quick one today. Thank you for watching, folks. Stay up to date with all the latest content here by subscribing. Don't forget to give this video a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, folks. See you later. Bye.